Hey YouTube, I'm here this time with my candle and wax empties for the month of December 2019. As I said in my last video, I'm looking like weirdly dressed up, but also a little bit of a mess right now because I had an early release from school today because it's currently snowing pretty heavily outside. So yeah, I'm just coming in hot after a day of teaching, or at least most of a day of teaching. So yeah, I'm just going to jump right in and get started, and we'll be done here. Excuse this cat now. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start with my wax melts. The first ones I'll go over are my ones from Walmart, from Better Homes and Gardens, and also Sensationals. The first one I used up is this Harvest pumpkin peach. I picked this up in the fall, and I guess I don't know what I was expecting because it does say Harvest pumpkin, but this was just a little bit too bakery and a little bit too cinnamon for me. I wish I had a little bit more of that peach come out, but I guess in this sense it was kind of like a baked peach cinnamon, I guess. So while I personally would not repurchase this one, if that kind of sounds like it would be your jam, maybe you can find one at Walmart still, or maybe pick one up next year. The next one that I used up is my Sensationals Honeysuckle Nectar. I've used up several of these and I really love this one. I always get at least a couple every single year. I think that it smells pretty spot on to what a honeysuckle actually smells like. So yeah, if you don't like florals, I would not recommend it, but if you are a florals person, this one's a good one. The next one that I used up is from Better Homes and Gardens again. It is the Sugared Melon Kiwi. Again, I've used up several of these. It's not limited edition, so you can pretty frequently find this. It's definitely like a watermelon scent, and you do get a sweetness, a bit of a tartness, I guess, from the kiwi. So this one's kind of fakey, kind of heavy, but I still enjoy it, and it's definitely kid-friendly. So if you got kiddos at home, this might be a good one. The next one that I finished up is my second to last Better Homes and Gardens. This is the Sunlit Strawberry Patch. This is the second time that I've had this. I liked it more the first time that I had it. I think the second time, maybe my nose just changed or my preferences just changed, but it started to smell a little bit more almost like medicinal to me, a little bit too fake. I think that strawberry is difficult to do well, so maybe if you're not so picky, or if you like the more like heavier, sweeter strawberry, then this would be a good one because it's definitely not horrifying. Like, I feel like if I bought it again, I would want to mix it with something like a vanilla. But yeah, I thought it was okay, but I'm gonna be a little iffy about repurchasing it in the future. The last one that I finished from Better Homes and Gardens is a value pack in Vanilla Cookie Crunch. I tend to mix this with things. I generally don't have it by itself, but for what it's worth, again, it's a good one. I think that it smells artificial in the sense that vanilla cookies are artificial, but I think it smells very spot on to what it's supposed to be. So yeah, I think it smells really nice, and I actually prefer mixing this with things over like Sensationals Vanilla Bean, for example. So I would repurchase, happy with it. The last one that I bought from Walmart is actually the Yankee Candle brand that comes in these things. This is the Rosemary and Pomegranate Punch. So I really enjoyed this one. It wasn't a wax where I'm like, oh man, I wish I would have bought 50 of those. But yeah, it was really nice. It smelled like a I would say like sweet pine needles is how I would kind of describe it. So yeah, it was enjoyable. Like, I'm okay with the fact that I only have one, but if I saw this again, I would definitely pick up more. And my very last clamshell that I used up for the month is Orange is the New Black from Super Tarts. This is the last Super Tarts product that I currently have with me. And it is orange juice, burnt marshmallows, pomegranate. It's my favorite Super Tarts scent. It is definitely heaviest on the orange juice, but yeah, it just smells like a really fun, sweet orange juice. So yeah. All right, so that is it in terms of my wax melts. Let me adjust my camera for a second. Okay, that's it in terms of my wax melts. Now I'm gonna get into my Bath & Body Works candles. So the only candles I have for the month are from Bath & Body Works. So I'll start with my fall candles that I used up, and I have just had like waiting in the wings, I guess. And it is the last of my 2 blueberry pancakes. So or blueberry maple pancakes, excuse me. So I really enjoyed this fragrance, especially when it came out last fall from Bath & Body Works. And yeah, I hope that it continues to come out in the future. The keynotes are wild blueberries, griddle fresh pancakes, and warm maple syrup. I wish I got a pancake vibe, but I really don't. Instead, I get definitely blueberry first and foremost, and also some maple. So it's a little heavy, but not too bad. So I love it. I really hope it comes out again next year. The next candle that I used up in my last fall candle that I had was my fall edition, I guess, of Fresh Balsam with this green wraparound packaging. The keynotes are woodland balsam, crisp eucalyptus, fir needles, and cedarwood. I'm a Fresh Balsam fan. I know that some people don't like it because it's too intense, maybe too astringent, but I really enjoy it. So I get at least 1 or 2 Fresh Balsams every single year, and this was just the first one that I had this year. So because it was pre-winter, you guys know what I'm talking about if you've seen my channel lately. I got some beef with Bath & Body Works right now. But yeah, it was pre-winter, so this one was fine. You know, it was strong. It lasted me for, about 4 or 5 days. So I think for $14.50 or the $12.95, whatever I spent on this, I think that that's an okay deal. All right, now getting into my winter candles. The first winter candle I used up, and this was well before Candle Day, was the Iced Craneapple candle from this year with this kind of like metallic looking wraparound packaging. The keynotes are fresh apple, frosted cranberry, sugared raspberry, creamy musk. I definitely don't get anything creamy from it, but it definitely is musky. And yeah, it's sweet too. I think that unless you really love cranberry and craneapple and those kinds of fragrances, I don't think you need this if you have frosted cranberry. I think they're similar enough that both of them aren't really necessary unless that's really your thing. So yeah, it was fine overall. I don't really feel like I need to go out and repurchase it next year. But yeah, or maybe like you could guess, my biggest problem is that it just didn't last, This lasted more than 36 hours, but it was weak the whole time. So if I had to rate it out of 10, yeah, I'd probably give it like a 5 or a 6. Like, it was okay, but really, I think the beginning of the decline, at least for me, with Bath & Body Works right now. Okay, my next one that I used up, speaking of cranberry, is Frosted Cranberry. This is the first candle after the winter Candle Day sale that I went through. The key notes are iced cranberries, blonde woods, red apple, tonka bean. These notes have changed a little bit in recent years, but it's still the same fragrance. I think there used to be some kind of alleged peach note, or maybe not. I don't know. There definitely has been the apple note for a while, but anyway, yeah, the notes are just different, but the fragrance is not. So it's cute packaging. I like the color of the glass, and the picture is cute, and blah, blah, blah. But yeah, it just was weak, and it just didn't last. That was kind of my point where I'm like, okay, it's no longer worth it even at a discounted price. So the reason why I emptied it out and just kind of finished it and saw it through is because at that point I didn't realize how to have this problem with a lot of candles. So I just kind of let it be, and then I emptied it out, and then it's here. So yeah, used it up. I'm not happy with it though, but I'm just gonna move on. The next one that I used up is a Tree Farm. So this, I believe, is new for this year, and the keynotes are crisp pine needle, warm cedar, spiced apple. I don't really get a spice from this, but I think it is a more toned down and just kind of generally more guest-friendly version of Fresh Balsam. Unless you love balsam like I do, I don't think you need both, but like I said, if you would like to get into Fresh Balsam, but you don't know if you can really deal with how strong it generally is, then I would recommend Tree Farm instead if you can get your hands on one. So yeah, I think it was nice. I really love the color of this glass, and the lid is really pretty too. The picture is great all around, excellent packaging. I think that the picture actually makes sense with it, and the lid makes sense, and the glass is pretty, and it's not just a label, it's the actual glass that is this color. I think that this is nicely done. I just wish that it would be stronger, because even between the Fresh Balsam, which is like a 12 out of 10, and this, which was maybe like a 3 or a 4, if that. I just wish there was an in-between, because I feel like that's what tree farms should be. But yeah, you know, like I have been saying, I'm just not in a good headspace with Bath & Body Works right now. I want to keep purchasing and believing in them because I love Bath & Body Works. I just need to see them improve. But yeah, if they do improve and this comes back in the winter, like next year, I absolutely would repurchase it. Glad that I tried it, all things considered. All right, and then my very last candle is this pineapple mango. I purchased this also at the Candle Day sale. Keynotes are fresh pineapple, juicy mango, vine ripe, and raspberry. Those are the same notes we've seen for a couple years now. I'm really enjoying the pineapple mango moments that Bath & Body Works has, especially during Candle Day, and especially, you know, kind of in between Christmas and New Year's. I'm finding it's when it tends to like really come out at Bath & Body Works. I really love pineapple mango. It's a good one. It's definitely not authentic, like don't get your hopes up for that, and it is kind of heavy. I don't know if I would say quite syrupy, but yeah, just very heavy, and I really love it. But you know, like I said, even though it's not a winter candle, I used it up clearly. You know, it was weak the whole time, which is unusual from pineapple mango, and also it just lasted a couple of days. So what am I gonna do with the rest of my candles from Candle Day? Oh, I don't know. I think I might try a couple more and then just kind of see where I'm at, because I don't want to use up the fragrance in every single one and then just return them. Like, I'd rather just maybe try a few more and then just return if I'm going to, you know, all the used ones, but also several that are unused. That way, if people actually burn them, maybe if they burn them, they had better luck. You know, they can buy some unused candles from the winter, but I don't know. Anyway, so, you know, if you've been watching my hauling and all that kind of stuff, yeah, I'm just having a problem where my Bath & Body Works candles are lasting literally 36 hours in my candle warmer, whereas they used to last more than a week. So, you know, people have been commenting, and that's actually my most disliked video. I have never considered taking it down just because I feel like, you know, I love Bath & Body Works, and part of loving Bath & Body Works is really speaking your truth about it when you have something to say, and I feel like that video needs to stay up for that reason. But anyway, you know, some people were saying, oh, well, on the jar it says 25 to 45 hours, but that's burn time. It's not fragrance. And, you know, things are different when you melt them. So I don't know. You know, like I said, it's a whole thing with me with Bath & Body Works candles right now, but we'll see how it goes. I'll be exchanging and hauling in the future, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. So, as always, please make sure that you like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at YellowBrickExpat, same way it's spelled here, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!